Alright, we back with the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellow. We about to go live around 6 o'clock, 6:30. Forgot what time I set the invitation for or the live stream for. But y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. Your boy CJ Goodfellow back, grinding, you know, doing our thug thiz on this boxing tip. And seen an article in the boxing scene by Chris Bird. And Chris Bird said that Deontay Wilder can't handle pressure. Almost lost to an old man, Luis Ortiz. And he kind of went in there and didn't try to play both sides. And they obviously took the eye-catching title. But the thing about it, I don't even want to talk about Chris Bird. That motherfucker was a blip in history. You know, but I want to talk about this, though. You know, what I want to talk about is the simple fact how people call Luis Ortiz old, but don't nobody call Wlad Klitschko old. You know, they try to propel and push Anthony Joshua. And it's sad that, you know, these ex-American fighters, especially the heavyweights, besides Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, you know, get behind Deontay Wilder. Everybody wanted to continue to throw stones at Deontay Wilder besides them two. You know, Roy Jones wanted to fight Pavek. I want Pavek to run down on him. You know, Floyd Mayweather, the same guy that wanted people to get behind him versus Pacquiao and Ricky Hatton. And then he says that, Joshua, you know, it's the A side. And this whole gym is pro Joshua. You know, it's sickening though. But at the end of the day, but why nobody call Wlad Klitschko? Why nobody go back to look at the Wlad Klitschko fight versus Anthony Joshua? You know, why nobody go look at that fight for about 3 or 4 rounds? Okay, Anthony Joshua, you know, had Wlad Klitschko had Anthony Joshua in trouble, and Klitschko didn't throw no punches. You know, that ain't look fishy to me, to y'all, that he didn't throw no punches. He had Joshua hurt and out of steam for 3 rounds. Ain't nobody talk about that. But people over-glorify that 7th round with Luis Ortiz, with Deontay Wilder showing more fortitude than most boxers out there. He showed that he had balls, testosterone, the whole 9. He survived that. You know, Chris Bird gonna talk about, well, you can't handle pressure. What about, you know, Anthony Joshua getting knocked on his ass with his leg split open like he about to bust it open in the hotel for $5? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody talk about that. And then he didn't throw a punch for 3 straight rounds because he was tired. Ain't nobody talk about that. Nobody talk about how Wlad Klitschko, you know, was 41 years old and got knocked out several times in his career. He got iced by people we never heard of. Ross Purity, what happened to him? You know, Corey Sanders. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never seen Luis Ortiz get knocked out. And on top of that, Luis Ortiz was a PED offender. And he still stepped up and fought him, Deontay Wilder. He didn't even have to fight him. But he still went out his way to fight Luis Ortiz. When people say, man, he shouldn't even fight him. Even David Hayes saying, y'all wouldn't even fight that clown. You feel me? You know, you don't hear nobody say nothing like that, though. And Anthony Joshua struggled with a guy that had been knocked out several times in his career. And who was old and coming off an 18-month layoff. You don't hear nobody say nothing about that. Nobody. All they talk about, Deontay Wilder, you know, he almost got beat by Luis Ortiz. He almost got beat. You know, he couldn't handle the pressure. Do Chris Bird know that Anthony Joshua ducked Luis Ortiz? He was going to give up that strap. He was going to duck him. Like, these dudes is like they getting paid off by somebody just to go against Deontay Wilder. You know, they look at Deontay Wilder and look at him and see what they could have been or what they should have been, or what, you know, they be like, oh, he might track me down and hawk my career down. Chris Bird, you wasn't shit, bro. Not at heavyweight, cuz. And you shouldn't even have an opinion to be around here talking about heavyweight. Leave that to Evander, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson with his hating ass too. Leave that to them. To real legendary royalty. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talk about how Anthony Joshua ducked Luis Ortiz. Ain't nobody talking about how Anthony Joshua didn't take the $50 million in the media. None of the former fighters talking about that. Nobody got nothing bad to say about Anthony Joshua, but they got a whole bunch of bad to say about Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. A dude that want to fight the best. A dude want to prove to you he could take the pressure and put Joshua on his neck. And if he do put Joshua on his neck, like a lot of people already know what's going to happen, they going to still try to spin it and take it away from him. They going to try to come up with some, wow, he hit him behind the head, or he low-blowed him, or Joshua wasn't ready. He only had 22 fights or 23 fights. They still going to try to spin it and take it away from him. And it's sad. You know, people talking about they patriotic. Yeah, motherfuckers ain't patriotic. Y'all cooniotic. Whole bunch of raccoons walking around here. You know, Chris Bird going out this way. Oh, he almost lost to an old man. What was Vladimir Klitschko? What was Charles Martin? He wasn't shit. What was Dillian White? Nothing. Looking like a melted Snickers and a melted Milky Way and got married in the hot sun and 100 degrees. Over-glorifying mother. Come on, man. Vladimir Klitschko only fought for 18 months. Coming off of L. But Luis Ortiz, like, come on, man. There's some suckers around here, man. Some real sucker fighters, dog. Former fighters. Real tap dancing, raccoon, cooniotic fighters, dog. I'm losing a lot of respect by a lot of these guys. That's why I rocks with Evander, dog. Evander will keep it a buck. Lennox Lewis from the UK saying you gotta go to America fight, keeping it a buck. Real dudes keeping it a buck. If you don't know what a buck is, then you need to go ahead and get up on slang. These dudes ain't trill out here, man. All of a sudden, everybody just talk about how old Luis Ortiz was. Was he whooped? Had he been whooped before? Had he been whooped before? Had he been knocked out 3 or 4 or 5 times in his career? Well, Vladimir Klitschko had. And Vladimir Klitschko was older than him. Well, Klitschko was 41 with the chin of a poet. With the chin of a Tyler. The Americana heavyweights. Miss me with that, dog. Y'all know what it is. The Boxing Clinic and more. One time for the one time back grinding. Doing what we does, man. Doing what we does. Don't forget to check the links in the description. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter if you want to donate as well. And guess what? Anybody talking bad about my channel, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it again when I go live in the hour. I ain't looking back. Anybody below me, I ain't looking back. So I ain't going to acknowledge you. You too small.